All right, so my name is Andrew Berkowitz. I'm the co-founder and head of DAO strategy at AfrofutureDAO. We are a Web3 company in building a metaverse economy for Africa's creative industries and cultural institutions. So currently, by the numbers, Africa is the biggest overlooked opportunity in crypto. By 2030, Africa's top 18 cities are projected to have $1.3 trillion in consumer spending. Africa's workforce will be the largest in the world with 1.1 billion people by 2040. And over the next 2 decades, Africa is going to account for 54% of the $2.4 billion or 2.4 billion global population growth. Despite the global VC industry overlooking Web3 in Africa right now, there have been notable entrants into Africa over the past 2 years from all the blue chips. Coinbase, A16Z, Sequoia, FTX, and all of them have made Web3 or fintech bets. So really the key challenge that AfrofutureDAO is trying to be a bridge into Web3 and crypto for is the value contained within the cultural assets across museums, archives, and universities. And that includes historical archives, images, video, and all the archives that you see at the bottom right. And we estimate there's about $100 billion in value that's just contained and to be unlocked within these assets. So what we're building is a Web3 company that's pioneering cultural stewardship and digital identity to bridge the gap between Africa's brands, cultural institutions, and creative industries with Web3. So the way we're doing this and the way we're kind of building ourselves to be a port of entry is through 3 primary ways. First is we do curated NFT auctions and activations with archives, with famous celebrities across the continent like Don Jazzy. And we've had a lot of success over 2 auctions. So the second pillar that we do is an African creator commissioning program. So far, we've commissioned 15 African creators and have driven $75,000 in revenue across those commissionings. And the final pillar for us is partnering through bespoke metaverse events with corporates and DFIs that are interested in the continent. Some of the early traction that we've seen as a team, we have about 1,007 DAO participants, which are holders of the token that actively participate in the community. We've done $34,000 in NFT sales from these historical assets that we've auctioned off as NFTs. And we've done $75,000 in NFT creator sales from the Afrofuture commissioning program. Some of the key partnerships that we've closed over the past couple months includes a big partnership with Hedera, which is a layer 1 blockchain that's very much focused on kind of more so the corporate institutional world. And so we've received a $650,000 non-dilutive grant from them to build our first application, which is going to be an NFT-driven digital museum platform that's going to allow the African cultural institutions that we're working with to upload their entire archive to this platform, create a metaverse museum, and allow people to view it and also purchase items that are on display as an NFT. And then the purchaser then gets shown as the owner of the item in the metaverse museum. The second pillar of this partnership is the HBAR Foundation. It has given us $1 million to establish our own African metaverse fund, which we'll be able to deploy over the next 2 years as business development grants to Africa's largest corporates and cultural institutions to bring them onto the platform that we build. So Culture Vault is what we're going to be building, and it's going to be, this is kind of a mock-up, and it's going to be this digital museum format for these cultural institutions to upload their archive. Anyone will be able to view them and buy any NFT that they resonate with, and then will be publicly shown as the owner of the NFT. The second key partnership, which we've just closed, is with Brave, which is a massive crypto browser with 130 million users worldwide. We are their entire business development strategy for the African continent. And so they'll be running promo campaigns for our NFT auctions to their entire addressable user base. And then in return, AfrofutureDAO will open up our entire creator ecosystem that we built to bring NFT artists on the continent onto the Brave platform. And then the final key partnership is we have exclusive agreements with Africa's oldest media company, CameraPix. So the founder is Mohammed Amin, and he is the gentleman who captured the content back in 1984 that led to, in Ethiopia, of the famine that led to the We Are the World campaign. And so this organization sits on 3 million still photographs and 10,000 hours of raw video footage. It's really the world's most valuable unexplored archive that they've just finished the process of digitizing. And so the chairman, Salim Amin, who's the son of Mohammed Amin, is my co-founder in this. We have an exclusive agreement to the archive, and we have the entire thing sitting in the DAO's vault. So really what we've done is we built the blue chip African focused DAO, and are really some of the top 3 leading voices in the African Web3 movement. My co-founder Salim, as I mentioned, is the chairman of CameraPix and son of famous photojournalist Mohammed Amin. He's also part of the Aspen Global Leadership Network and is an advisor to the president of Kenya. My other co-founder, Osinache, is by far Africa's foremost crypto artist. Each of his pieces of art sells for between $50,000 to $70,000 per NFT. He was the first African NFT artist to drop his work at Christie's, and he's been picked up by CNN, BBC, Decrypt, and myself. I spent the last 6 years bootstrapping a podcast into a portfolio of syndicated media brands covering the African continent. I was a fellow within the Institute, U.S. Institute of Peace, and became the youngest ever fellow at the Milken Institute. And as a collective, our team has really helped invest and expand all sorts of leading brands across the African continent, including Airbnb, Caring, BBC, Citi, and the Export-Import Bank of the US. We have the #1, the largest and highest quality growing ecosystem of African creators across the continent. So these are the 15 creators that we've commissioned that have led to the NFT sales totaling $75,000. Our model is basically to take 25% of whatever NFTs sell through, or whatever the NFTs sell for, whether that's the African NFT artists that we're commissioning, or it's the historical archive that we're helping to monetize. We currently have a large ecosystem of marketplace partners, including Super Rare and Portion, which are pretty much the definitive leading NFT marketplaces in the space. We're backed by Seed Club, which is one of the leading, probably the leading community DAO accelerator. Vatum, which is a company based in LA and San Francisco, is our metaverse partner. And we're backed by Future Africa, which is run by Ian Aboyeji, who co-founded 2 African unicorns, including Andela and Flutterwave. So we're raising a $500,000 seed round at a $10 million network valuation. And for those who aren't too informed about the space, valuations are typically a little bit higher in crypto because it doesn't work like companies with shares. We're not issuing new shares every round. There's a fixed token supply that will ever exist. And so you're not getting, as an investor, you're not getting diluted round after round as we go, which is why valuations are typically a little bit higher in the Web3 space. So those funds are going to be deployed to expand the team, to beef up our marketing, to expand our community building efforts and establish actual physical art galleries on the continent, and to beef up our AfrofutureDAO creator program. Again, the team, we have probably the strongest team in the African DAO space. Our CTO is also a smart contract dev at Coordinate, which is a leading Web3 DAO platform. And we have content, media, operations, and marketing leads that are, in and of themselves, leading NFT artists on the continent. And that's all.